All right. Okay, so we wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about just our February focus. I know we're already a weekend to the month, but there are some amazing things that are happening in February that we want to start talking about and promoting and marketing for to really help grow our business and to really end the month strong, especially for those who are in Team Cup. We're pushing hard and we're pushing strong this whole month. So having these events, having these groups, having these, different things that you can be inviting to is just going to help your business. It's just going to help your business. So, and I also want to preface this too, if you were on the call with Nicolette on Monday, she has designed her month of February with her free group and all that stuff. If you want to invite to that, that's fine. But for me personally and my team, we're running our own free group and we're running our own coaching sneak peek and we're running our own stuff. So I know I told my team probably not to jump on the call on Monday, but if you did, it's okay. I just don't want there to be any confusion, and that's what I really wanted to clear up tonight. And I know Javen did too. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But so I'm just going to dive right in unless you have anything to say, Javen.
No. Were you wanting anyone to talk or any shout outs or anything?
I was going to give some shout outs and share my screen for a hot second. Do you want to go first?
It doesn't matter. You can. It doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have PowerPoints or slides or anything.
Oh, I mean, I don't either. I was just going to share our team cover photo in it because it has all of our dates and our shout outs on it. So let me do that.
I'm not that fancy.
Oh, I mean, it's okay. Let me just share my screen really fast. And then we'll just kind of go from there. Okay, so this is not very fancy. It's just I wanted to kind of just, I do want to shout out some people though, because, last month was huge. And I definitely want to shout out Rachel. She's not on here, I don't think, but Rachel, Gina, Larissa, Jasmine, Katie, Candace. I mean, you guys all locked in Success Club. Rachel and Gina with Success Club 10, which is huge. I really believe that Success Club 10 should be non-negotiable if you're really running with this business. And so I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of this team. And I do want to give a special shout out to Katie. Katie, I've shouted you out like so many times, but I really want you to know that you're doing big things with your business and, just starting out as a new coach and hitting all these milestones with Success Club, and you're already starting to grow your business and helping people and hitting your first rank. I mean, that's just huge, and it says a whole lot about you as a leader. So I definitely wanted to give you a shout out personally for that. But I'm just proud of this team, and we crushed it in January. So I'm really wanting to continue that momentum in February. I know you guys can do it, and hopefully having these focused things and events that are coming up will allow us to keep this momentum going. And that's the whole point of why I want to go over some things and then hopefully answer questions if there needs to be clarity on anything. That's the whole point of this call. And then hopefully we'll have maybe 10 minutes or so to have kind of an open discussion and Q&A and stuff like that. So do you want me to just dive right in, Javen? Do you want to give anything?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I want to shout out some of the girls. I know Terry Ann for February has 2 points on the board. Corey has 2 points on the board. I don't know who else is on. Lori, I shouted her out. She just hit Success Club 16, and it's the 7th of the month. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing, incredible. I'm so proud of her. She hit Emerald today as well. Just incredible. We had a great month too of Girls in Success Club, Corey and Molly. Molly's not feeling well. She locked in Success Starter. Allison's month 2 Success Starter, earning her free ticket this month to Summit. So just all the things. I'm really proud of everyone for changing lives. That's the reason why we do. If you're hitting these goals in your business, you're changing lives. And that's the reason why we do what we do. So Jenna's going to talk a little bit about February, and my girls, we're going to be doing the same thing, except the only dates that will look different is our coach sneak peek. and we'll talk a little bit about, I've set those dates, but everything else we're doing the same. So hopefully it won't get too confusing. We just wanted to do it together tonight. So.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to share my screen again.
I can talk about it if you need to share your screen and go do something.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go out there. Don't make me go out there. Okay, let me just share my screen, and hopefully they'll work it out by themselves. Okay, so I wanted to, my team obviously has seen this, but I wanted to just kind of talk about it maybe more in depth in case any questions come up, and we can clarify some stuff on this call, like I already said. But our February focus, I mean, obviously every single goal or every single month, you should have a focus to hit Success Club by no later than the 15th of every month. So I always put that at the very top because, like Javen just said, our main focus is to help people. And if we're not helping people, we're just not doing our job. And if you are wanting to really grow your business and increase momentum, hitting Success Club and qualifying for that is the first thing you should focus on, especially as a new coach. Like, that should be non-negotiable in your business, and hitting it, and locking it in early just prevents a lot of stress towards the end of the month, because we don't want to be pushing to qualify for Success Club on the 30th of the month or the 29th of the month and just put that stress on us when we should have been working and hitting it way earlier in the month. So that's why I put that on the very top. We're obviously starting now to invite to our March boot camp. Our February boot camp is already kicked off. For me personally and our team, we're still adding to the February boot camp, but we're really starting to kind of generate interest for always thinking about what's next and promoting it now. We want to start promoting it 2 to 3 weeks in advance so we can start talking about it, start getting some interest and momentum to really launching March even, strong. So just keep that in mind. If you do have people signing up now, though, obviously you're just adding them to our current Fit Squad bootcamp that's running right now. One thing that we are doing differently in February is we are launching this nutrition training test group, and I'm calling it just a nutrition training test group because it seems a little bit more exclusive than calling it just something else. But we're basically just inviting people who are struggling with nutrition, who need a little bit more guidance, to invest in the Ultimate Portion Fix video-based training system to really help them become the expert in their home with nutrition. And so we're going to run a separate group for that specifically. And Javen, if you and your team want to jump in there together, if you guys have people that want to sign up for the Ultimate Portion Fix, we'll just run the same group. I don't care. That's up to you. I just wanted to throw that out there too. I'm not sure if you want to do that, but we are launching it on Monday. And what I did in our group is, for the prep weeks, there's 2 weeks of prep. I actually just decided to create 2 different units in the group. That way, if people kind of straggle in, kind of over these next 3 weeks or so, then we can just kind of guide them to, here's the group, go to the prep week in the units, finish it and complete it, and then we can go from there. So that's kind of how it's going to be run. So if you have somebody who's just more wanting nutrition focus versus fitness focus, this is something that you want to connect them with. The Ultimate Portion Fix training system is by far the best nutrition training program ever. It will teach you everything that you need to know. And I think laying that foundation, especially for new clients, is the best way to get them started. Sometimes it's hard for me, and I know quite a few maybe on here. I'm really fitness focused. I love fitness. Fitness is life. And so I tend to promote a lot more fitness than nutrition. But I'm starting to change gears now, because I feel like the world, especially now, our society, they need nutrition help more than anything. And that just sets a good baseline for success moving forward in whatever goals that they have. So that's kind of what's going on there. If you have questions, just drop them in the chat box as far as each event that I'm going over. Okay, and then our free group, we're running the third week this month, third Monday of this month. Usually I run it the second Monday, but since we were doing the nutrition training group, I didn't want to rush and promote two things at once. So that's kind of what's going on there. Our free group theme is going to be soup, salads, and squats. So there's going to be a lot of soup recipes, salads, and some workouts and stuff like that. Sweet. Can you close the door and do it up there?
But Mike is saying stop commanding me, and I was playing the piano and he sings.
Okay, then stop. Go out there. I'll be out in a second. Shut the door, please. No, play the piano. It's too loud for mommy. Okay, thank you. So we're going to be starting our free group on the 17th through the 21st. And the point of a free group, just an overview for anybody that's newer, the point of a free group is to add free value to people. If you're not used to inviting and stuff like that, and you're kind of new to it, inviting to a free group is the best and the easiest way to get started because it's easy to invite people to something that's free. They don't have to pay for anything. They don't have to, you don't have to try to, connect them with a challenge pack. So the point of a free group is to add free value and to really give people an inside look of our Fit Squad Bootcamp, of what we have to offer when they actually do invest in our services, in our business, in a challenge pack. So the people that you invite to the free group are most likely going to turn into your paying clients. And they're going to fall in love with how we're running it and the energy in a group and the value that we're providing, that they want to keep going and they see the value in what we have to offer as coaches. So your job is to invite. Obviously, there's lots of things to invite to. If you're overwhelmed by all this already, just pick one thing, pick something. Obviously, grow your business and try to help people connect them with a challenge pack. But start inviting to, our free group coming up. Start inviting probably next week and get people plugged in there. And then make sure that when you do have people joining our free group, that you follow up with them, talk to them, get to know their goals, connect, be their best friend, check in with them during the week. And then after the free group is over, your job is to see how they liked it. What feedback do you have? Did you love it? What did you struggle with? Do you have a plan to keep going with these goals? We have a March boot camp coming up and it's going to be so freaking fun. And you can just explain everything from there. But they've already shown interest in a free group. So then it makes the invite to your actual boot camp a lot easier and a lot more simple. Okay. And then obviously Team Cup, if you're on a team, rock your business. Be intentional about your invites, your follow-ups, connecting with people, work your business. If you're on a Team Cup, it's not just you anymore. It's your entire team that's relying on you. So your goal is to do your best, be diligent, and really focus on the things that you need to focus on to grow your business to support your Team Cup, That's all I will say about that. We can answer questions about that later. Just a reminder, the Bar Blend Challenge Packs are still $20 off this month, which is really freaking cool. And then Beachbody is amazing, and they're just including a pumpkin spice Shakeology with any challenge pack. And that has been so fun to connect people with a free box of Shakeology. And so really, you either talk that up, or if you have interested people and they're signing up, and be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to just throw in for you a free box of pumpkin spice Shakeology as a gift from me to you for signing up as a new client. That makes you look freaking cool, right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did that. So use that as, I don't know what the word is, leverage. Just promote it. Like, you have something free to offer your new clients, and that's really exciting. Okay, and I think that's all I was going to say for the month of February. Team coaching sneak peek. That's something that I totally skipped. We have a coaching sneak peek the same week as our free group. I almost didn't do that, but what I thought would be fun is to actually kind of promote it within our free group and say, listen, guys, we also have this cool coach info group happening right now. Pop over there and we're going live in 10 minutes, So it's going to be a a fun way to kind of promote coaching in our free group by running it the same week. So obviously you're just inviting, you're connecting with people, you are continuing to invite to your boot camp. Starting next week, I would start inviting to our free group. And then throughout the week, also next week, you're trickling in like coaching and talking about the sneak peek that you also have coming up. For me, you guys, I keep it simple. When I'm talking in my stories or posting online, I usually go every other day. In my stories, it's more focused on coaching one day and then more focused on my boot camp, then more focused on coaching and then more focused on my boot camp. So I'm just patterning it. So I'm very consistent and people get to hear my story all the time and what I love about coaching, but they also get to see our community and how I'm loving these programs and inviting to my boot camp. So there's all that. I hope that wasn't too overwhelming. I hope that you feel excited to kind of start reaching out to more people and connecting them with all of the things that we have to connect them with, because we have an answer for everything. We really do. So that's all I was going to say. Do you guys have any questions? All right, I'm going to take a look at the chat here. You guys can unmute yourself too if you want to, if you have anything to say. Yeah, Corey, it's a separate challenge group just focused on the ultimate portion fix. Oh yeah, Javen already answered that.
I was here for just a second. Thing.
Hey, I don't know if you knew this or not, and I don't know if you'd want to incorporate it, but they said today on that diamond call or whatever that the monthly fix is now separate, that you don't have to have the portion fix. And I thought that was kind of cool because a lot of people spend the money on ultimate portion fix, but that monthly fix is an option.
Yeah, I think I did hear about that. I think that's really cool. And I know that's just another thing to promote too with, well, if you're promoting this nutrition group, is that they get a free month, their first month for free, I think, with that subscription too, which is pretty cool. I hear it's really cool. I honestly don't know much about it. I haven't like into it.
I also saw Autumn Calabrese post that if you do that, she's giving out her cell phone number to everyone.
Oh
and
yeah,
you can directly text her, and like she will voice memo everyone back so they know it's her. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. So yeah, I feel like that's going to be your job is just answering your text messages.
Yeah.
I wanted to share too. Allison asked me about it. I'm going to share my screen real quick. One of the things that Brittany put in the upgraded or the Dynasty United page. So what I'm taking about this, this is just like a test. It isn't like set in stone. It's going to happen every single month. So when I look at this, what I get from it is the people that you are signing up in the month of February, they're going to do a test in March, and it's all based on retention, which I know personally that's one thing that I need to work on in my business as well. So I don't need to screen share anymore. I was just going to show the post if you wanted to go back and read it more. But for every 200 PV that you have from customers from this month, so let's say you sign up 3 people this month. Next month, they stay on Shakeology. So that is 90, 180, 270. So that is 270 PV if they continue Shakeology next month. Every 200 points generated from the people from last month is 1 Success Club point. Does that make sense? So the more people you sign up this month and they continue on it next month, for every 200 points of retention, that is a Success Club point, which is like, where's that been? That's amazing. So, I mean, that will help with, of course, retention is amazing for income and, you know, for them and their journey in health and fitness and everything as well. But I mean, that'll help with earning Success Club points for Success Club, for the Success Club trip. I believe that is for coaches and customers as long as it is 200 PV. But they have to sign up in the month prior. Does that make sense? So like the people you are signing up this month in February will count for March. That makes sense. So say you sign up 6 people and those 6 people continue next month, then that's going to be at least probably 2 to 3 Success Club points. So that's huge, I think. So, I mean, you want them on retention, so I think that's a great reward for us, you know, for, you know, holding them accountable and things like that. So I'm anxious to see if it stays around or, you know, if they do it a few months each year. I don't know. I haven't heard that. But that's just one thing to keep in mind as well as we're promoting these things this month and talking about it. Like the more people we help, the better next month can be as well. So to just keep pushing and reaching those goals this month, because hopefully it'll pay off next month as well. It'll be like the gift that keeps on giving. Did I explain that right, Jenna? Is that how you got it?
Honestly, that's the first I've ever heard of that.
Okay, well.
So thank you.
Well, if I said something wrong, I apologize, but that's my understanding of it. So did that clear that up, Allison? Every 200 PV. Like a bag of Shakeology is 90 PV. So if they stay on it, Shakeology and Energize, that right there is 120 something. So you would need one more person from this month to buy, you know, continue on Shakeology, and there's your Success Club point.
That's good. I like that. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? Any other struggles or anything that's you're kind of struggling with in your business or curious about, like all these things coming up? Anything like that?
Another thing, looking into the future as well, and looking at March, I know if you are not going on the Success Club trip, you still need to be talking about it and sharing about it, because, you know, that is one of the things when I first started coaching. I had just started and like the Success Club trip was the next week or something. I don't remember, but I still talked about it and still shared about it. So, you know, don't be afraid. I mean, people are at New Leadership Conference right now. We have people in LA for that, Teresa and Amy. So don't be afraid to like go stalk their Instagram and like share about the fun and the things that they're having, because every single one of you all can be at New Leadership next year in LA. So don't be afraid. These trips and all the things that are coming up, start marketing them, putting them on your calendar and sharing about it, because hopefully your people, you know, will want to be on those trips with you and they're secretly watching. So don't be afraid to share about those, especially NLC that's happening right now.
And remember this, I remember, especially new coaches, like to earn your invitation for the Success Club trip, all you gotta do is hit Success Club every single month, and that's it. And I know for me, I've never missed a month of Success Club, and you know why? Because I want a free vacation every single year. So let that drive you, let that motivate you. Also, it's not really an overcomplicated feat. You know, you don't have to like become diamond or star diamond or 10 star to earn these trips. all you got to do is do your job and have fun doing your job, and then you get rewarded and we get to have fun together. So so just keep it simple and be excited. Let that motivate you. And then, Georgia, I know you're busy doing mom stuff, but I saw your question in the chat as far as if there's a calendar. I didn't make a calendar, but what I would do is just write things down in your planner or, whatever calendar you have in mind. I would love to say that I would make a calendar every month, but literally I tried it for 2 months straight and it took me like 2 hours to make a freaking calendar, and I'm just not good at that stuff. So I'm like, this is a waste of my time. Like, you guys can just write in dates, have your own calendar, and figure it out. I need to maybe hire one of you guys to do that for me if you're good at it. Anything else, you guys? Did everybody see, this is a side note if you guys don't have any more questions. Did everybody see this post by Gina Kish? Raise your hand if you saw that post. Thank you and hallelujah. If you didn't see that post, if you're on my team, you better go into our team page right now and go read it. It's also posted in the Upgraded Alliance team page. It's gold. It's gold. If you're struggling with your business, go read that post. If you're struggling with invites, go read that post. If you're struggling on what to post on your social media, go read that freaking post and let it just set your butt on fire. Because I know that it was a kind of a mic drop for my life as a coach too. I was like, oh, okay, I need to be better at this. Oh, okay, I need to do this better and I need to connect more. Because I think a lot of times we focus on a number of invites. We're like, okay, we're just going to send, 30 invites and boom, 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 copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Well, maybe those 30 invites had no value and they had no connection and they had no personability to those people who you're talking to, and you're most likely going to get ghosted. You're most likely going to be told no. But if you really take some time and add value on your page and add value in your stories, add value through your messaging, it's just I feel like the flow is going to be a lot better. And especially if you can connect, the value aspect in your stories and on your page. When you do go and invite behind the scenes, they should probably have been following you for a little bit and they've seen your stuff, so they're more likely to respond because they know that you provide value. They know that you're the expert in this field, and so they're going to be able to trust you better. So my encouragement to you guys, I personally have been struggling with how to invite lately. Like the last 2 months, I was just kind of directly inviting. It was working. And I feel like this month, it's just not working very well. So I'm trying to strategize and figure out my vibe. But another encouragement to you, me and Javen were talking about this, is I think sometimes we just overthink it too. And the best thing we can do is just keep failing forward and just putting ourselves out there and trying our best. And if something's not working, don't keep doing it. Change it up. Figure out why it's not working, what you can do better, how you can connect, how you can change your wording, what can you post about that, people would be interested in. So always think about how you can be better, not that I'm not good at this and nobody's going to sign up. That's all I was going to say, because that post was really speaking it to me.
I was listening to a podcast the other day and it said, it's not failing forward, it's flopping. I was like, oh, I like that wording. I need to start saying that. Because I flop a lot. But it's not failing because I get back up. I'm just flopping around like a fish.
Yeah. For sure. Do you guys think we should do something special for Valentine's Day? Like a special
Nicolette is doing, I saw on her calendar she's doing a flash sale the last 2 days of the month.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I didn't know, I thought of that when I was talking to some of the Teen Cup girls. We thought about sharing self-care tips, like self-love tips leading up to Valentine's Day. So I thought about creating a few Instagram stories that I can share if I can think to remember to do that tomorrow. And maybe like the 3 days leading up to Valentine's Day or something like that.
Okay, that's a good idea. I was thinking maybe the day of Valentine's Day, maybe when it comes to like actually helping people sign up, offering some sort of incentive.
Yeah.
Like throwing in, I don't know, a box of
An Amazon gift or
yeah, like a Amazon gift card or like a fun water bottle or I don't know what Valentine's Day is not my jam. So I mean, I don't know what's like fun, like something hearty or
something pink,
like a pink shirt or pink water bottle. I don't know.
I mean, Valentine's Day is on a Friday, so I think even if we did a Friday, like a Valentine's Day weekend,
yeah,
some people might be celebrating like on the Saturday.
Yeah, we could do that. And like, yeah, maybe like a huge referral program too in our current boot camp. Leading up to that too, like, hey, you guys refer, your best friend or I don't know, help your spouse get on Shakeology and we'll give you, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I've just been brainstorming and I'm not very good at promotion. I'll always tell you guys what I'm not good at. I'm not good at making calendars or graphics, and I'm not good at thinking of prizes and gifts and incentives. So I always appreciate feedback and ideas. Anyways, we can kind of be thinking about that. But is there anything else, you guys? Oh, I see the chat box. So Allison, I think Javen has her free group that she'll probably.
Yeah, I think she's talking about the nutrition group you're talking about, which is not free.
Oh yeah, it's not free.
So if you'll just send that link in the message thread.
Yeah.
That way we can add ourselves, and then if people wanted to start talking about it, like, and if you don't think your people would like vibe with that, then don't talk about it, like my people are a lot of fitness based people. So like, I might talk about it a little bit, but I'm not going to hit it home, So, you've got to think about like your ideal client, your avatar, which we talk about, like, what are they really struggling with, And if nutrition is one thing that they don't care about fitness and that's your people, then yes, that is something absolutely you can share about with Ultimate Proportion Fix and talk about how I can include a fitness program, for a year for only like $30 more or something crazy like that. So, you can promote it that way. But, what she was sharing about, don't get overwhelmed and think, oh, I've got to share about our boot camp. I've got to share about our nutrition boot camp. I've got to share about our free group. I've got to share about our coaching sneak peek. That's how you will get burnt out, And that's what I kind of said in the chat, is like, pick one or two things, like the free group, the sneak peek, and like one thing. And that's what you're inviting to, one boot camp. So,
and the reason why we have so many things to plug people into is sometimes you don't know what people need until you start talking to them. So when they're starting to like the conversation's flowing and they're maybe like not ready to start a fitness program and they struggle so much with nutrition and they wish they could just be in control, then you could be like, well, listen, I have this like really fun nutrition training group where you get access to this program. I think it would really help you. And then there's optional fitness, and you get they get, when they sign up for Ultimate Portion Fix and they don't have Beachbody On Demand, they get 21 Day Fix Real Time and 21 Day Fix Extreme Real Time included with their Ultimate Portion Fix. So that's something that they can at least start out with. So just keeping those things in mind. There's just so many different things to plug people into. If people aren't ready to sign up, then you can be like, oh, okay, that's okay. Why don't you plug into this really fun free group that we have coming up in a couple weeks? Can I put your name on the list? Can I add you to the group? So it's sometimes not necessarily like I got to promote this. I got to promote this. Sometimes it's behind the scenes combos that'll help you know where to plug people into, where to put them, how to help them the best way you can. So that's another important aspect of having just different things happening. So just keep that in mind too, as far as that goes. Figure out what they need and plug them in to where they need to go. Simple. Very simple. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything else?
Any topics that we could talk about on team calls weeks coming up that would help you all? Is there things that, you know, maybe we can give tips and tricks and things on that would help you? Y'all are so quiet tonight.
Well, if anything does come up, please let us know because.
Oh, Georgia unmuted herself.
Oh, Georgia. Hey, stranger.
Sorry. Hey. Sorry for the disappearing and then coming back. I'm confused by the Success Club trip. Like, so I got the invite, but I was just confused, and then I guess it expired or something. How did that all work?
So when it comes to that, so you get an opt-in invite where you can opt in to put your name on because you want to go. It's basically how I understand that. And then you'll get an official invite at some point. So there's two different things. So I don't know which one you got, but the official invite does expire if you do not register by a certain date that it says in the email. There's a $300 non-refundable deposit to hold your spot to go. So that's the official invite. But there's an opt-in invite and then the official invite. Does that answer your question?
So the second part of the question I didn't quite ask yet was the cost part. So like earning the Success Club dollars, because like the base cost say was $1,300 for tier ones is what I was looking at officially, but I didn't end up clicking. But so how does that cost part coverage when you're looking at like a $1,300 compared to there's like $2,100, that range of cost? How does that work?
So basically when you register, Javen might be able to explain this a little bit better, but you register for the trip and then throughout that year you earn Success Club points and that gives you Success Club trip dollars towards your room, towards your stay. And so that's why you have to be hitting Success Club throughout the year in order to get your trip covered. If you register for the trip and you say you don't hit Success Club for 6 months, that is your responsibility to pay that out of your pocket. So does that kind of answer your question? So as long as you're hitting Success Club every single month, it will be paid for. Am I correct on that, Javen, right?
Yeah, so Corey actually did the calculations, and this next year's more expensive, I guess, because it's nicer. I don't really know. But the quarterly payments are $325 a quarter. So in January, your Success Club points were doubled, so that helps tremendously. So I'll just tell you what I did last year. I had a good month in January and February where I had over 20 Success Club points. I hit Success Club 10 two other times. The rest of the times it was 6 or 8, and my trip was paid for this year. So if you have, to say that you will get your trip paid for, Success Club 10 should be a goal every single month. Just because this trip coming up is a little more expensive. So, but you've got to take in consideration. If I didn't hit Success Club in January or I didn't get the numbers that I wanted, then here in February, I need to step my game up and maybe I need to hit Success Club 12 or 14, 16, and then, shoot for Success Club 8s and 10s the rest of the year, and it'll be paid for.
Also, if you don't hit Success Club, each Success Club point is worth $5, but if you hit Success Club, then those points are worth $10. So if you had like Success Club 2, that would only be $10. But if you had Success Club 6, it would be $60 because they're 10 points or $10 a point.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know that. She told me that. I was like,
I just don't figure
I mean, we hit
I'm
Success
over
Club.
here trying to figure out what she needs to hit every month so she don't have to pay because she paid a butt ton of money to go to Punta Cana, and I'm not doing it again. So Success Club 10 every single month, basically what you need to know.
And that's what I just figure. I don't ever figure out like details like that, but I just know that if I'm helping people and if I'm hitting high Success Club numbers, I know that it's going to be paid for. So why not just do it? And I know it's going to work out fine. That's how I live my life. Very free, and
Exactly.
it'll be fine.
Corey's like so math brain, and I'm over here like, I hit Success Club. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So anyways, we can call it a night, you guys. I don't want to keep you very long. Hold on, I'll make sure.
Yes, the 300 is to reserve your spot, Jasmine.
I was going to just like ask for some advice because I think I'm just starting to like get a little bit overwhelmed with and thinking about like, I guess kind of like having too many tabs open in my brain. And like I've noticed like I'm not doing like as well as I was, but it seems like I'm working harder than I was. Does that make sense?
So you're asking like how to close some tabs, or like what?
What like
Like where the people are? Is that what you're asking? So normally around month, I'll just tell you like what I think you're saying. So normally around month 3, you've talked to like your closest friends and family, and like you start to run out of those people.
mhm.
So you've got to start like digging farther out into your network and to continue to expand your network and like and things like that, because eventually we do run out of our warm market people, you know, the people that know us and love us. So that's where, you know, you've really got to focus on building those relationships, those connections that eventually turn into the invites. Does that make sense? So like I remember being at that stage too of like month 3 Success Starter, and Jenna and I hit Success Starter the same month, and she was probably feeling the same way of just like, I actually remember Nicolette reaching out to me. I was at Success Club 4. It was the last day of the month to lock in Success Starter. I just remember this. And she was like, okay, you're like one person away. How, like, what can I do to help you? So, I mean, I remember feeling that way too as a new coach. But you've just got to, my biggest tip is to just continue expanding your network and getting more eyes on you, because our warm market people do eventually run out. But what happens is those cold market people you are adding, you know, into your friends on Facebook, into your followers on Instagram, they're going to start turning into your lukewarm people, and they're going to turn into your warm market people over time, if that makes sense. So the one thing every single day that you should be doing is just expanding, you know, 20 friends on Facebook every single day, 30 to 50 people on Instagram every single day. And, you know, just really focus on building those relationships with the people that are in your horizon.
Yeah, like I like I've talked to a bunch of people, but it's like, you know, you want to it's like with the team cup you want to invite, but then you also don't want to invite somebody that you've not like communicated with, or maybe like I haven't talked to you since high school, but hey, do you want to buy a challenge pack, you know? Like
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like if they're liking your stuff and they're, you know, watching your stories, then I don't consider that really a cold invite, you know? if they're liking and engaging on my stuff and I haven't talked to them since high school, I am fine with sending a message and saying, hey, thanks for, showing some love on my post. I really appreciate all the love and support. I just want to make sure that to extend the invite and have you know that you're always invited to my boot camps that I host every single month. Have you ever thought about joining us? Like, I don't care to send that if you're engaging on my stuff. Now, if I've never talked to the person on Facebook and I'm going through my Facebook list, like, I've really been focusing on sending a message to my new friends and the happy birthday peoples this week. Just because if I don't know them from Adam and they're not engaging on my stuff, I don't want my first message to be cold to them. I want it to be a connection message, a happy birthday, a little bit about me, and I'd love to get to know you too message. Now, if I pull them up again later on and they didn't reply to that, then I'm going for the invite. If they just ignored me the first time and don't even try to get to know me, I'll send you the invite. It's okay. But I think that's where you have to distinguish. I don't know, and maybe Jenna can chime in and add, but that's what my 2 cents for what it's worth.
Well, and this is why adding value every single day is so important. So the people that you have never talked to, they've never seen your stuff. If you start up a conversation, they're probably going to immediately go to your page and be like, what is she about? Like, what is she trying to sell me? But if they see that you're just adding value and that you care about your business and that you're on this amazing health and fitness journey, they're more likely to respond to you and be like, okay, I see you. Like, what's going on? I'm doing great. Is she going to invite me to something? So that's when value, they should be able to go to your page and not see, oh my God, she's a Beachbody coach. When is she just going to invite me and try to sell me a challenge pack? Delete, unfriend. I don't want anything to do with it, especially on Facebook. Facebook is evil sometimes, and people are so turned off. So I really do believe that our social media needs to switch a lot more to value than always, having a call to action post or, I don't know, like very specific invites or whatever. So, and I think Allison too, just going back to that, I think Javen's right. You might be running out of your warm market and stuff like that. But I also think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I also think that the more you get into this, the more we overcomplicate it. And I think sometimes we need to just go back to us as a new coach. What did we do? We just were excited to share about what we were doing. We were just excited to invite people to a boot camp that's changed our freaking life. That's what we need to go back to. And I think the longer we're coaches, the longer we're in this business, the more overcomplicated we make every single thing. And then we compare ourselves to, her and over there, and we would start watching other coaches and we're like, well, we don't look like that, or well, we don't talk like that, or well, then this is so hard, but I think if we just kind of rewind and be like, okay, it doesn't matter who's doing this over here or how she's saying this. What did I do to find success as a new coach? Like, what did I do that was working? Oh, maybe I was just myself and talking like I usually talk to somebody in Target. That's what we need to go back to. We get so overwhelmed easily because we have all these team calls and things to plug into and events and free groups and coaching sneak peeks. And then we're just like, I don't know what to do anymore. But if we really focus on, I'm just here to help people and I'm just going to be myself and I'm going to invite them to my fitness party and I don't care what they say, that my business is more important than their opinion, and I'm just going to share value. I'm going to share about what makes me happy and I'm going to be happy and have fun with this. That's what you need to go back to. So if you're feeling like this is just too much and I'm working so hard and all these things are overwhelming me, what did you do to find success at the very beginning is probably what I would say, because I get into that. The first month as a coach was my best month in my business by far. So I have to go back and be like, what did I do? I was excited. I was just talking to people and I had no idea what I was doing. And I said to people, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm excited. So I don't know if that helps or not. That wouldn't be my 2 cents. All
I
right.
think it just comes down to like just talking to people, you know, having those conversations. Yeah.
And talk to people how you talk. Don't
Yeah,
talk to people like a robot and be like, hello, it's been so long since we've chatted. How are you today? Would you be interested in joining my boot camp that just launched yesterday? It would be so fun. Period. Exclamation point, smiley face.
fire face.
My gosh, I would never talk like that. You know, you just like, hey girl, like, I can't believe how freaking long it's been since I jumped in your inbox. Listen, I have a group of ladies that are getting together to do a fun health and fitness program. You'd be interested in joining me? Either way, it's totally cool. No pressure. You know, that's how I would talk. I would just be like, it's fun. You want to do it? You want to not? Either way, I'm going to do it. You know, you could watch me or you can join me. I mean, if you want a six pack, you better join me. If you want to be miserable over the summer.
You want rolls? You want rolls or a six pack?
I'm just saying, like, literally just don't overcomplicate conversations and simplify everything and add value. That's the biggest piece of advice I would say to running your business. Post about what makes you happy. Give people an inside look at your life. Like, where did you come from? Who are you? What makes you tick? Are you funny? Are you entertaining? Like, how do you talk? Talk how you talk in your posts too. How you write things on your wall. I don't know. I just can't stress that enough. I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but anyways. All right, guys, should we boomerang? All right. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hope this call was helpful. You guys are awesome. All right, you ready?
Emma, will you tag me? I can only see 4 people at a time.
I'll tag you. All right, guys, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Yes. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. We love you so much, and we just want to provide you guys value and support you however we can also. Okay?
Before we go, I'm a bad friend. So my best friend Sarah just joined like January 31st, and she's on here. So she's new, but I'm a bad friend. Should have done that in the beginning.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Sarah, hi. I'm so glad that you're here. I know you. I've seen your picture. So I'm so happy to see you on here. And it is so amazing seeing new coaches just popping on our team call, because honestly, that means you're serious about this. So yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys, love you so much. We'll talk to you later and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.